Well, what happened here? Well, let me take you out to the tractor here. Diesel fuel up 20 cents a gallon. So we'll take a walk out here in the wood yard. So today we're going to have a little bit different video. Had a few issues this week. Nothing too serious. But I'll tell you what, we had a problem with the tractor and how we kind of have to deal with it here in Alaska. So Wednesday, as we were saying in our previous video, we had a big trailer coming to get 2 cord of wood, and we were going to load it with a tractor. I get out here, the rear tire is leaking fluid around the valve stem. So I assumed it had a valve stem in it. And it's got the rim saver or beet juice or whatever it is. It smells kind of like molasses. So I took and we had to load the trailer by hand. Got it up to the garage, parked the valve stem on top, and I had a brand new valve stem I'd brought back with me from lower 48. And I was just going to break the tire down on the top, try not to lose too much of the fluid, and put it in. Went to break it down. There's a tube in the tire. So I called down to the closest big tire shop here, which is 45 miles. They do not pump the rim saver beet juice. They only do calcium. And it's a 26-inch tire, which I knew when I brought the tractor back up. It's kind of an odd size, not popular size, especially here in Alaska. The 14.924 is very popular. The 14.926, I knew there weren't going to be a tube anywhere. So 8 or 9 days to get a tube up here, $65 shipping through the tire companies, extra above the tube. So I need the tractor every day, so I said, well, I'm just going to break it down. I cut the old valve stem off the tube, left the tube right in the tire, bolted the new tubeless valve stem in, put a little bead sealer right around the tire right here, just where I had it broke down. I broke it down just maybe a couple feet, screwed in the new valve stem, put the air in. It held. So luck did come our way for that. Haven't used the snowblower much. And today is Friday. It is a beautiful day, a little overcast. We had a little overcast and a light dusting of snow yesterday, as you can see. There's the top of Pinnacle Mountain up there. You can see the overcast. It is supposed to clear off, and you cannot see the top of King Mountain. So we do have some snow on the top of the mountains there. Looks like a beautiful day down toward Wasilla. So yesterday Serge called and had some wood ready. So I had to go to town anyway, so get all ready to go. And when I called out there, it was snowing out there, and actually just a little bit further north they had whiteout conditions, and it was beautiful here. I decided not to take the trailer and just run into town real quick and grab some stuff and come back. And when I got to town, you couldn't see. It's just snow, blowy, roads. So with my truck and trailer, I just prefer not to take the big trailer out with a pickup truck in those bad conditions. You don't need to. So called Serge and said, we'll be out Monday. So yesterday, while I was gone, Jill took up 2 wood bags. And we had a customer come and pay for the dry wood that was piled back here. And I said, well, once you wait, he'll be here by Friday. And it'll be one less bag you have to handle. She goes, well, I want to get that wood piled back there, so let's move this out. So she bagged it, got it all bagged, and what happened?
Hi, everybody. What happened? The bag tore.
So she was here by herself with the tractor, picked it up, and it ripped. So what did you do?
I got another bag, and I filled that one.
So that wood was handled twice. So sure enough, this morning, a few minutes ago, in pulls the customer for his 3rd cord of wood every week because he's already paid for it in advance. And we unloaded part of the bag, and then we took the rest of the bag and set it in the back of his truck. So that was one situation. Then that day that the tire valve stem broke, I had a really bad mishap over here.
Oh boy.
And what happened, Jill? Did you notice that the wood pile now is stacked nice and even again? And why is that?
Because I had another opportunity. The first opportunity wasn't enough. I had a second opportunity to restack it because his tractor caught the pallet.
So down here there was snow drifted in, and I put the bucket down to back up quick, and the corner of the bucket caught that pallet right there. And every end of this pile, 8 cord fell over. Now how am I going to go back and explain that to
I
Joe?
just don't have enough experience in stacking. I needed more. That's his philosophy.
So this is the wood that we still haven't got it stacked up. I was telling him about all of our issues we had with the tractor and this week. And so she's starting to pile back here. I did give her hand a little bit on and off, not a great deal.
It was more off than on.
More off than on, she says. So had a couple other issues. We had planned and still may go to the Tennessee show. I think it's the Mid-South show or something. It's down in Parsons, Tennessee. And we were looking forward to meeting. I think Russ is going to be down there with Willie's Firewood. And I think Ted and Sherry are going to be there from Miller's Stump. So we were looking forward to meeting a few people. And my daughter's in Tennessee just a few hours away. So I was going down to spend 3 or 4 days with my grandson. Joe fly in, offer a cruise, meet me there, spend a couple days at the show, and then fly back. And then we got the lame brain idea that, hey, let's get a new splitter. So I called at least 4 companies that I was interested in, and the one I was set to buy was made in China. So it was the Rugged Made. I liked the reviews on it. Everybody, not one person I looked at said anything about China. It's 100% China, so that is out. So I called 3 other companies. They're all at least 12 weeks out for a splitter. So we need our splitter before May. We do most of our work here, all of our work, March, April, and the 1st of May before it gets warm weather. That's when we produce all of our wood. So that's our main 3-month production. So that's not going to work. I called Wolf Ridge and asked them about a splitter. And he said they didn't have anything, be 12 weeks minimum. He said they had one going to the Tennessee show. So the one that we picked out was the R17XS, the little hot rod fast one. We don't need a big splitter. That thing's fast. It looks like it'd be the ideal thing. Custom color, no extra charge. Okay, we're going to get it in a different color than red and black. Well, they called back, hey, the machine got painted, so that's going to be the red and black. No problem. We'll still like that.
We'll work with it.
And we can pick this machine up at the Tennessee show. We have to pay for it, and that machine would be ours. Perfect. So I assumed that they would bring that back to Wisconsin, and we would have a freight forwarder pick it up and ship it over to the barge and ship it up. And that cost from Eau Claire, Wisconsin to Alaska for that little splitter was $2,517 and change. Okay, I guess we're going to have to pay that. So now we're going to have over $10,000 in this little splitter. But it'll be here in 7 days from the show.
Right.
It's not palleted, and we have to pick it up in Tennessee. So I called a freight forwarder to get it in Tennessee, an extra $1,200 more, but it's got to be palleted, and the machine is not palleted, and they will not. We called, I was 35 hours total time on the phone this week looking for a trailer, a plane ticket, and a wood splitter. And we haven't got anything yet. These big trailer companies, 1,000 trailers a year, we call them. You suppose somebody's got a 16-foot dump trailer? Everybody's got 14s. Nobody's got the 16. We found one. That was $20,000. Had all the bells and
Well, I
whistles.
think you wanted the telescopic.
Yeah, and I don't have to have the telescopic because the B&B is probably like the Diamond C. It's a really good quality, and there's a couple other really good quality trailers. There's other brands that are probably okay for the average person. I'm not average. So I wanted something well built, Doesn't rattle down the road, tow's nice, and doesn't take 2.5 days to dump a load. So the first thing I'm going to do is change a pump so this thing goes up and down. I don't have the patience for that all day creaking up. I can unload it faster by hand. So
He doesn't have the patience to stack wood either, so that tells you something.
So we did find a trailer that said all the bells and whistles. It's nice, but for Joe and I, being 3 or 4 more years in the business, I don't want to spend 20,000 on a dump trailer just to get a wood splitter back here. So to drive out with an empty trailer 4,000 miles in 6 days on the road is absolutely insane. The extra fuel is just not worth it. So we put an ad on Facebook that maybe somebody could bring that machine up. Trouble is, they have to pick it up the exact day in Tennessee at the show. That's not going to happen. So can't get it back to, they hire it out. So to get it back to the factory is going to cost us $1,500 from Tennessee back to Wisconsin. It's just not feasible. So we're not going to be getting a splitter, it looks like.
Not right now.
Not right now. So uh,
We
then,
were looking at that other show in Wisconsin, weren't we?
yeah, I think it's Firewood Frenzy, they call it. I think it's in April. Like, I believe it's around the 18th of April, somewhere in there. So I called back to Wolf Ridge, and they've got one machine they're going to build for that show, the 17XS. And we could have it our custom color, orange and black, to match our logo. And we can pick it up at that show. Perfect. Now we're in the same situation. Okay, we're down there. We'll drive the truck down empty, buy a trailer there, and we can make money bringing the trailer back.
Oh, yeah.
So the freight up here is expensive. So we could buy a dump trailer there, haul our splitter back up, and a few other goodies while we're there. Maybe some log
bags.
log lift bags.
Uh-huh.
We could bring a couple pallets of those up because they're expensive to ship and hard to get. So we're in the same situation. I call about a dump trailer, 6 weeks. So that's not going to work. That's at the earliest, and if we want anything special ordered, telescopic, special made, a lot of those places are out 12 weeks, 3 months to get a trailer, really. So I'm sure there's a million 16-foot trailers around the country, but after 35 hours on the phone and on the computer looking for trailers, plane tickets, and wood splitters, I've given up. So, and we basically wasted the whole week.
We did.
With the flat tire, I was calling around for a tube and a tire, and then that's the other thing we'll do. We'll pick up a new tire. And I always pick up new front tires for the tractor when we're down there, whether we need them or not. We always bring them back because the shipping here and getting the good, the Titan brand tires that last a long time, we bring those back to the lower 48. They're half the price down there. So just been a struggle all week. I showed them the big accident up there in front of the garage.
Uh-oh.
So
yeah, so yesterday he takes off, leaves me here, and I know about that issue he's having with this tractor, and I'm wondering, do I drive it? Do I not drive it? I got to move log lift bags. I need to move some wood. Nah, I'll drive it until it dies. So I did. Doesn't matter what happened. We'll fix it.
So if, and I don't have the phone numbers for a lot of these YouTube channels. I know like Ted and Sherry, we talk back and forth. I didn't put my phone number out in the comments or anything, but I don't know. I think they're fairly close to Tennessee. So the next few days, if we could figure out a way to buy that machine and somebody pick it up at the show and take it to their place and leave it, we'd come back down. But that's the other issue. We got to drive down no matter what. And the Tennessee show is going to work out fine because, like I said, Joe was coming off her vacation. I could fly down. We have a house sitter for the week. That was the other issue. If I want to leave early and drive the truck, we don't have a house sitter to watch the dogs, take care of the animals. So,
And the other issue going right now is the pop-up storms in Canada.
yeah, so they can be some pretty severe snowstorms, and it's okay as long as you can stay a couple days and you have somebody to watch the house and don't have to be back at a schedule. That's fine. But and then the other thing for us, Joe and I team drive, so we don't stop for the most part. We don't stay in hotels or motels. We just drive it.
We scoot down the road.
Yep. So we can. We drove from New York, northern New York, to here, all the way across into North Dakota here, with the trailer and truck loaded in 3.5 days.
Yeah.
So that's 80 hours on the road, nonstop.
That's keeping that little door shut on the left-hand side.
It is a brutal trip, a
It
brutal
is.
trip.
It is tough.
6 days and stopping a couple nights is a brutal trip. You got to run over 1,000 miles a day every day. It's hard. And then with a truck and trailer and winter conditions, you basically don't stop. We eat in the truck, we bring our meals, we stop for fuel, take a quick break.
Yeah.
We had the dogs with us last time. The dog run around, get back in the truck, drive. Somebody gets tired, just switch back and forth the whole trip. So when we got home, jump in the shower and then sleep for 2 days. So that's just some of the issues we have here in Alaska. You know, and we get good money for our wood. We get $400 a cord, and I see down in the lower 48 there's places that are $275. Boy, I don't know. We couldn't do it for that up here, and we're actually thinking about raising our price. We are one of the highest ones in our local area, but our wood, a lot of it goes north, and it's compared to that, it's inexpensive if it's going north. So,
Right.
but we'll let you guys go for today. And the other thing is, why we got going on is this weekend we have our gun show. So today we're going to get ready. Kind of making a short, quick video here. Jill's baking cookies.
Fudge, chocolate fudge, peanut butter fudge, and I'll be taking a lot of my burls, bowls, and projects that I've been working on. Take that to the show.
So, where are you going? There you are.
There I am. I wasn't sure exactly what I was doing. He's just being the director again.
Yes. As you can see, we have fun in the wood yard.
We do have fun in the WoodYard.
So we have our local, our big gun show, and I'm a retired firearms dealer. So we got a little bit of inventory left. We're gonna put on the tables and sell, and it's gonna be a nice big weekend for us. It's kind of a break, so we look forward to it every year. So that's what we got going on. And if anybody has any suggestions or wants to come to Alaska and bring a wood splitter, we'll gladly pay.
Yeah.
That'll fit in a 6.5 foot pickup truck, so we will gladly pay.
We might even have a class opening for stacking wood.
And we'll throw that in. Why don't we just give them that
Okay,
if they do
sure.
come? We'll throw that right in, absolutely free. So from the Alaska Woodyard, we keep the sawdust flying.
And thanks for coming along.